Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Paul Gabias, and I'm starting a series of YouTubes called Wellness YouTubes. The reason I'm doing it is because I'm affiliated with a large Japanese wellness company called Nikken, Nikken. And through these YouTubes, you might come to see what I realize has been important for my life through Nikken for the last 20 years. But I should tell you who I am. I obtained my PhD in experimental psychology in 1988 from New York University with a specialty in perception. Now, how did I get there? Well, I was born in Montreal, Canada, went to a school for the blind, two of them, in fact, l'Institut Nazareth and l'Institut Louis Braille. Then I went to Loyola College and obtained from that college a degree from Concordia University in Montreal, a BA in psychology. And that was in 1975. And I went to NYU, New York University, and September of 1975, and obtained my PhD in 1988. By that time, I was working. I had obtained a position at University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee in 1986, and then another position at the University of Nevada, Reno in 1987. But that's a little bit of my history. I have, my wife and I have 4 grown children: Joanne, and Jeff, Philip, and Elliot. Joanne was born in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and Jeff, Philip, and Elliot were born in Kelowna, British Columbia. But I haven't told you yet how we got to British Columbia, but that'll come. For my PhD, my research provided support for a theory of drawing development proposed by John M. Kennedy from the University of Toronto. I compared blind people presented with raised outline drawings with sighted people presented with outline drawings visually. And what I found was that the blind and sighted participants agreed on matters relating to vantage point, convergent perspective, and metaphor. That work has stood the test of time. It demonstrates a meeting of minds and hands and eyes between blind and sighted people. So, yeah, how I got to British Columbia. In 1986, I obtained my first position as a lecturer at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. 1987, a visiting professor at the University of Nevada, Reno. 1988, another visiting professor at the University of Southern Colorado. In 1989, visiting professor at St. Thomas University in Fredericton, New Brunswick in Canada. And in 1990, I obtained a tenure track position at Okanagan College. The carrot there was that you'd get tenure in 2 years as opposed to 7 years. And after all this traveling, I wanted to settle down. We had our first daughter, who was born in Fredericton, Joanne, our only daughter. Then we had 3 sons, as I said. And then we moved to Kelowna, British Columbia, to Okanagan College in 1990. That became Okanagan University College in around the year 1994. And in 2005, that campus became part of the Okanagan College campus, became part of UBC, University of British Columbia. So we call it UBC Okanagan, and I'm still there. I'm an associate professor of psychology there with a specialty in perception. I teach all of the perceptions, vision, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, and intro psych. And if I haven't mentioned before, I married Mary Ellen Rhine, who became Mary Ellen Gabias in 1988, in January 7th, 1988. We were married in Baltimore, Maryland. Our reception took place at the National Center for the Blind. We met through the National Federation of the Blind. So, well, and how does wellness come into this? I became interested in expanding a large Japanese company called a wellness company in 1999. And that will be an interesting story. And there are lots of reasons why I decided to devote part of my life to building Nikken. And that's what we'll talk about on the next YouTube.